We're so glad you're with us today. Spring right around the corner, and the Lexington Fire Department wants to remind people to apply for burn permits.
Firefighters Branham and Todd Holman are here to tell us what you need a burn permit for and what you don't. And it's good to see both you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So, and this is this time of the year that this is going to become something that people have to deal with very carefully. There are strict guidelines, right?
It is. We get a lot of questions about the burn permits. One being, can you burn trash in the city of Lexington? The answer is no. Also, what do you have to have that burn permit for, and what you don't, and how do you go about getting it if you need the permit itself?
And so, how do they determine that?
Well, if they're going to be burning brush, they need to have a burn permit. And what you do is you go to, if you can actually search Lexington, Kentucky burn permit, it'll take you right to the application process on the city's website, and you just fill out that permit, and you would get that. But things like a fire pit and a grill, things like that, you do not have to have one for.
Okay, so Todd, the question, we're saying you can burn brush, but you can't burn trash. Now, where's the line?
Okay, yeah. What you need to do, like Kyle said, is you'll have to apply for a burn permit to burn brush. You can't take bags of trash out there in Fayette County and burn those. You're going to apply for the burn permit. The burn permit's going to last for 30 days. If you take longer than 30 days, you'll have to reapply. And just applying for the permit is not good enough. Our inspections bureau will have to come out and make sure that the site is okay to burn, it's safely where you're going to be doing it, and those type of things. So they'll have to do an inspection of it, and it'll take us about 20 days to get these inspections all cleared for you to burn.
I would think this is a pretty big area. I would think it would be hard to figure out that people are not doing what they're supposed to unless you have people call in. Does that happen a lot? Do you have neighbors who'll call in and say, I think something's not right about next door?
Yeah, it happens quite a bit, and we'll respond to that. We'll go out and see exactly what's going on. Typically, if it is something, if they're burning trash or something like that, we'll put water on it and make sure it's out. And but the key here is if you need the burn pit, if you're going to be burning brush, you need that permit. Make sure you apply for it and go through the right channels, and everything will be fine. Even if we're called out, we'll know there's a permit at that location.
Let's assume you have your permit and everything is good. Is there still let's say a best practices as the way to burn? I mean, do you have to contain it within a certain area, or are there any kind of rules?
I think common sense is always going to come into play, whether it's you're grilling out using your fire pit or whether you've got a burn permit. With the burn permits, we're going to come out and make sure that you're doing it under the safe guidelines, but common sense is always going to be a good thing to defer to.
So, I mean, some of the big things are the winds, the wind direction, wind speed, things like that, and whether or not the conditions. Has it been really dry? If there's a burn ban, then there's absolutely no burning of anything, whether you have a permit or not.
It's suddenly invalid.
Safety first with all of it.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.